And Tom Holland's Peter Parker is back. But before you grab your popcorn, you need a quick refresher. Because this isn't just another Spider-Man movie. Peter Parker lost everything to get here. No Iron Man, no Avengers tech, no Ned, no MJ, and literally 0 people who remember his name. How did our favorite web-slinger end up totally alone in a cheap New York apartment? Today, we are breaking down the entire MCU Spider-Man trilogy. Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home, in 6 fast minutes. Let's swing into the recap. It all starts in Spider-Man Homecoming. Peter Parker is just a 15-year-old high school kid living in Queens with his Aunt May. After fighting alongside Tony Stark in Civil War, Peter gets a high-tech Spider-Man suit with 1 billion built-in features. He thinks he's ready to join the Avengers immediately, but Iron Man gives him a reality check. Stay a neighborhood hero, stop local bike thieves, and focus on high school. Peter tries, but his high school life is a mess. His best friend Ned catches him in his costume and becomes his guy in the chair. Then, Peter discovers that the dad of his high school crush, Liz, is actually the Vulture, a terrifying illegal arms dealer building alien weapons out of leftover Avengers battle scrap. Peter tries to prove himself, but he accidentally causes a ferry boat to snap in half. Tony Stark has to step in, save everyone, and angrily take back the high-tech suit, telling Peter, "If you're nothing without the suit, then you shouldn't have it." Dressed in a cheap homemade hoodie suit, Peter tracks down the Vulture alone. He gets trapped under tons of crushed concrete, cries his eyes out, but finds the strength inside himself to lift the rubble, stop the villain, and save the day. Iron Man is so impressed, he offers Peter a spot in the Avengers, but Peter turns it down to stay a local street-level hero. Fast forward past Infinity War and Endgame. Iron Man is dead, the world is mourning, and everyone expects Spider-Man to step up as the next Tony Stark. But Peter is just a traumatized teenager who wants a normal life. He goes on a high school summer trip to Europe with his friends, planning to finally confess his feelings to his classmate, MJ. Instead, giant elemental monsters start attacking European cities. Enter Quentin Beck, a heroic-looking guy with a glowing fishbowl helmet named Mysterio, who claims to be a warrior from another dimension. Nick Fury forces Peter to help, and Peter, feeling completely overwhelmed, trusts Mysterio. In fact, Peter trusts him so much that he hands over Tony Stark's master glasses that control an entire orbital satellite full of killer drones. Huge mistake. Mysterio is a bitter former Stark employee, and the monsters were fake holograms created by high-tech drones. Mysterio uses Tony's drone army to create a giant fake monster attack in London to play the hero. Peter realizes he got played, uses his spider sense to fight through the illusions, and shuts down the drones. Mysterio gets hit by his own drone fire and dies, but not before pulling off the ultimate revenge prank. Mysterio sends a fake video to the news, framing Spider-Man for the drone attack, and leaking Peter Parker's real identity to the entire world. Spider-Man No Way Home picks up 5 seconds later. Peter's life is ruined instantly. News helicopters swarm his apartment, the police investigate him, and he, Ned, and MJ all get rejected from college just for being associated with Spider-Man. Feeling desperate and guilty, Peter goes to Dr. Strange for help. Strange agrees to cast a dangerous spell to make the entire world forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. But while Strange is casting the spell, Peter panics and interrupts him 6 times, asking to tweak the spell so Aunt May, Ned, and MJ still remember him. The spell breaks, ripping open the multiverse and dragging in villains from other dimensions who know Spider-Man's secret: Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Electro, Sandman, and Lizard. Instead of sending them back to die in their universes, Aunt May convinces Peter to help cure their powers. But the Green Goblin takes over Norman Osborn's mind, destroys the cures, and kills Aunt May with his glider. With her final breath, Aunt May gives Peter the legendary line, "With great power, there must also come great responsibility." Broken and crying, Peter is joined by 2 unexpected allies, alternate Spider-Men played by Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Together, the 3 Spider-Men cure all the villains on top of the Statue of Liberty. But the multiverse is tearing apart, threatening to destroy reality itself. To save the universe, Peter makes the ultimate sacrifice. He asks Dr. Strange to cast a spell that makes everyone in the universe forget Peter Parker ever existed. Which brings us right to Spider-Man Brand New Day. Peter is starting completely from scratch. He's fighting crime full-time. His eyes and senses are evolving. MJ and Ned are living their lives without him. and street-level threats like Tombstone, Punisher, and new villains are taking over the city. Now you're 100% caught up and ready for the cinema. So, are you hyped for brand new day? Let me know in the comments.